Hey y'all, this is Travell Richardson, and this is the Be Ready anthem, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Stay ready, be ready, 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 stay ready. Every show, new face, new dream. Young man out here building a team from the track to the court to the turf and the ring. They all grown different, but they got the same theme. Putting in work when the lights not on. Late night, early morning, still going strong. They don't do it for the lights, they do it for the fight. Future looking bright, cause they training for their life. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. Spotlight on them, time to show love. Brother smart and dream, all star from above. The hustle in their heart, purpose in their feet, and they voice on this mic that echoes in the streets. Every episode, no cap, no fake. Just young bugs grinding, rising to the stage. Different faces, same goals. Rise above the pressure, yeah. Holding goals on. Be ready, stay ready. 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 So put your hands together for my boys, Coach Tony and Carlos, for the Be Ready podcast coming on right now. Let's get it, let's go, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. We back again, Carlos. Want to welcome y'all to episode 76. Yes, y'all, episode 76, y'all. We 76 episodes in, and we are keeping this train rolling. Speaking of trains, we are keeping this train rolling, y'all. We are almost at our historic 100th episode. One episode that y'all cannot miss, because we're going to have the interview of all interviews on episode 100. And then we're going to highlight some of our best clips and overlays that were sent in by yours truly, our guests. So keep sitting. If y'all want to be featured on that 100th episode, all y'all got to do is, you ain't even got to be a guest, but I prefer you to be a guest. Send in your top clips to our Instagram, which is scrolling on the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. Be Ready Sports Podcast, and if it's worthy, we'll highlight it on our 100th episode that's coming up in November, right before y'all the most gluttonous holiday of the year, Thanksgiving. So, without further ado, today this is our third return episode. We had Coach J and J2 return. We just had Deuce, who's been on here 5 times, return, and now we got the Maverick, my man. You see that? You see that tough face right there? That boy tough. I see it firsthand. My man, tough right here, and he's gonna keep you up to speed of what's going on. Shout out to my man Mace, who's also about to start his middle school basketball season. So you get one of these. That's coming up. And, yours truly is going to be in attendance. I got to support my man Maverick. He's been supporting us here at the Be Ready Sports Podcast and our academy, getting the work in. So I've seen it firsthand. So, Carlos,
Yes.
reintroduce our guest today.
All right. Tonight's guest, All right, so let's welcome back from episode 30. 46 episodes later, Mason, the Maverick Weeks, y'all.
So Mace, Maverick, Mr. Lockdown, Mr. D1, Mr. Straps, Mr. Give Your Kid a Headache. Let everybody know what you've been up to since the last time you've been on here.
Um, so I've been working on my game, just working on my shooting, my dribbling, my all-around game, and I've been playing tournaments. We're winning championships, and I was providing for my teammates, and I was just working.
And he's not gonna say that he made his middle school basketball
Oh
team
yeah,
and his
and I'm in
cross
my middle
country
school
team
basketball team.
and his cross country
Yeah,
Yeah.
team. I mean, top ten
yeah, top 10.
out of hundreds of kids, Carlos.
Yeah.
Top 10, and we'll highlight that. We'll highlight that in a minute. But
Okay.
but as y'all know, before we get started, we got to get the state of the podcast address. We didn't post the overlays, but unless y'all, we are getting close to 1,200 followers on our Instagram, and on YouTube, we are getting close to 250 subscribers. So our goal is to hit 1,000 subs before the first of the year. So y'all hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, and we want to get 10,000 followers before our 1 year anniversary in April on Instagram. We can do it, right, Carlos?
Yes. Yeah.
We can do it. We can do it. All right. So let's jump right into these topics. Let's knock these out real quick because I'm so excited to talk about what the Mavericks been up to since he's been on here. So, Carlos,
Yes.
you also before we get in that, you also have an announcement. What you got
Yes.
going on Tuesdays?
Oh, yes. Last Tuesday, y'all, I made an appearance live on the Format Podcast. If you guys didn't know, hosted by Bruce Hope. He was our first guest here on this show, and I was just on his show talking about college football, talking about how this week, is going to be a crazy week in college football. And yeah, as you can see with Coach Tony, he's a channel member. They call it the channel members over there at the Format Podcast. So yeah, shout out to Bruce. Shout out to Ryan Langford, who is a former college football player,
And
played in the NFL.
he was a
Uh,
Nittany Lion.
okay, played for Penn State.
I mean, not he was. His dad was a Nittany Lion. My bad, I
Yes,
got it backwards. He
yes,
was a fighting a not a Illini.
yes. He played for the Illini of Illinois, and his dad was a Penn State Nittany Lion. And he also played for the Canadian Football League, Mason. He played in the CFL. So he played in the NFL, CFL, and college football. So he's experienced football. so he's elite. Let's just say that he's very elite. So yeah, man. So yeah, so I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Thank you to Bruce for the opportunity, and hopefully we'll see what happens this Saturday so that we can talk about it next Tuesday. All right, we're gonna be
No,
talking about some college football later. What, Tony?
no, I was gonna say, you tune in. Depending on his schedule, you'll see Carlos making appearances on Tuesday nights on the Format Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube
Live on
on the
YouTube. Yeah.
Format Podcast. With so how did I gotta ask you, how did it feel talking sports um, as an adult now,
Talking college football.
and also with someone out there that's been on that gridiron, that played in the horseshoe, that played in those whiteout games. um, with Mr. Ryan Langford. How did it feel? How did it feel, man, having that sports conversation with Mr. Ryan Langford? And from what I heard, you impressed him pretty good with your football knowledge.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and I sure did. Um, it's a dream to have a co-host like that. One of the hosts is, that's in the media's perspective, like who doesn't have much experience in sports, compared to a co-host who has been on the football field, been on the gridiron, and he knows from an athlete standpoint. He can speak from an athlete standpoint, instead of the media standpoint. So yeah, so very good how you know we can just talk to him, me and Bruce. He's involved with the Tuesday nights, so yeah, so very amazing with him there.
So, and Carlos, you get one of these. You get one of those, Mr. Carlos.
Thank you.
All right. And y'all gonna see Carlos. Carlos is gonna be going to college real soon. So he might do some episodes in his dorm. Who knows? Or he
we'll,
might leave me, or he might be too busy and leave me on here by myself. We'll see. We'll see how that college life treat him.
we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so, all right, so let's get into these topics. All right, we have a lot to get into. We have a lot to get into. All right.
Yes. Yeah. Let's highlight some of these big. There's not too many big matchups this weekend in college football, but we're gonna highlight a few. We feel like these are some must see games. So let's go.
Okay, so let's start with this Thursday night matchup with the NFL, right? Bengals and Steelers. What a game that was. The end. People called it the Unk Bowl because, as you can see, that man Joe Flacco playing for the Bengals, taking on Aaron Rodgers from the Steelers. Two old guys going up against each other, but at the end, it was the Bengals who wins the game at the end with a field goal at the end. With a field goal at the end, Aaron Rodgers had a chance to throw a Hail Mary. It got close, but did not make it to the end zone. Bengals get the dub in the whiteout in Cincinnati. A very impressive whiteout, Coach Tony. So your thoughts on this?
As I said at the beginning, I didn't watch the game. I didn't get out of the office until 9 o'clock. Um, which is crazy. But and I forgot all about the game, but I did catch the score. Um, I believe this was the first game in a while when both quarterbacks were over 40. Both starting quarterbacks was over 40.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty competitive game. There was some hilarious moments. Uh, Aaron Rodgers crashing out on his O lineman after a touchdown celebration. I guess he knocked Aaron Rodgers down on the
Oh
ground,
yeah.
and Aaron
Oh
Rodgers
yeah.
didn't like it too much.
I did see that.
And Mike Tomlin had some choice words to say in the post game about the Joe Flacco trade with the Browns, and Mike Tomlin has a very not so friendly record on Thursday nights on the road in the division.
Hmm.
He is now 0-7 on Thursday
Yikes.
nights on the road against a division opponent.
Yikes.
Um,
That
but I gotta give them props on this. It's in Ohio. They played, as Carlos said, it was a whiteout last night. Hardly ever see NFL taking those type of traditions on their home games, and I wish they do that more often because
Yeah.
that's what makes college football so unique. Because it's the atmosphere. The atmosphere is crazy. They say the college football atmosphere and stadiums be louder than the NFL stadiums. That's what we've heard that a lot with quarterbacks or top quarterbacks that come to the league. They're not phased by the crowd noise because they play in the SEC. They play in the Big Ten. They play in those hostile areas. So it's good to see the NFL. Uh, you see, it's good to see an NFL franchise. You know, take a page out of the college football ranks and make their games unique. But shout out to Cincinnati. They're getting, the NFL is not like college, as y'all said on Tuesday night. It's not about the quality of the. It's not about the quality of the opponent. It's you beat who on your schedule. So they're um, 3-4, and hey, if you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins to throw the ball to, you're going to have some impressive numbers if you're a quarterback. I think these are the best receiving core that Joe Flacco ever threw to, and it showed on Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely. Cincinnati had a whiteout, a very great whiteout. I believe the only teams that did it were Buffalo earlier in the year. Coach Tony, the Bills did it against the Patriots on Sunday night, and then I think Minnesota did it at one point, the whiteout. So yeah, man. So very impressive how these teams do the whiteout. The Bengals, they got a pretty favorable schedule coming up. They got the Jets coming up, which should be an easy win at home. So that could put them at 4-4. Then they got the Bears coming up, and then the Bengals are going to play the Steelers again in Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh might get their revenge in a few weeks, in a month from now. So Mason, so what are your thoughts on this, man? Cincinnati, Pittsburgh.
I think it was a very close and crazy game, and it looked like it was a very exciting game, and it looked like it was a very cool game and had a lot of touchdowns and it was exciting.
Yeah, it definitely was. Had a lot of touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco going back and forth, but at the end, the Bengals, Joe Flacco gets the dub at the end. The Steelers, they got Green Bay coming up next. Aaron Rodgers will take on the Packers on Sunday night next weekend. The Bengals, they got the Jets coming up. So Bengals are looking good, and the Bengals could be, could win two more before they meet Pittsburgh again in a month. So Cincinnati gets
Well,
dub.
I gotta say this to Mr. Steve and these Steelers fans who are talking crap about their team's 4-1 record. Hey, you got what you deserve. Yeah, if you're not going to appreciate your team being in first place, pick up these L's then.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they were talking about they don't feel like their team was a top 5 team because on Bruce's show they do the top 5 every week,
yes.
and they were having a hissy fit talking about Pittsburgh's not a top 5. Like how's a team 4-1 not considered a top 5? Like, all right. So the football gods heard it. It was like, all right, bet, hold my beer, and gave y'all a nice fat L.
Yep.
Be
And
appreciative of your team's success,
there you go.
because
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of people that attend the Hard Rock on Sundays that would love to have y'all record.
Yes. Yes. Speaking about that, the Hard Rock, the Dolphins, so 1-5. Not really too good right now. They're not looking too good. The only win was the Jets. Devastating loss to they lost to who's the team we lost to? The Chargers. So we lost to the Chargers. Chargers went down the field and basically just won the game. Yeah, man. So here's what Tua had to say after that game. It went viral around social media. So here's what he said after that game against the Chargers. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was Tua right after the loss to the Chargers, right after. So obviously, as you can see, he let out a lot of smoke about in-house. Something that you shouldn't do as an NFL player, especially an NFL quarterback like Tua. You should not be letting out your concerns that in-house to the media. So definitely,
Why
kind
not? He
of
the leader.
yeah, it's true, but
What's your
definitely.
thoughts? What's your
Hmm?
thoughts on that, Mason?
Yeah, yeah, Mason. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's just discipline because he said players are showing up to practice late and it's just discipline and they have to just work harder and play better and show team chemistry.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I have Mason answer that question. Because as the leader of the team, the quarterback, I have no problem with what he said. Because if they're not listening, they're not showing up. They get you getting paid millions of dollars to play. You can't show up to a meeting. How you expect to have team success? So hey, if they're not gonna listen in house, hey, tell everybody like, hey man, I'm sick of this. He's not the
Yes,
first. He's not the first quarterback to do this in college or NFL, and won't be the last.
it won't be for sure. It won't be. Yeah. So Mason, so how would you feel like a leader on your team calling you guys out as a team, and like imagine if the leader of your team did that, like how would you feel, like if the leader of your team did that?
I think I think I would feel like I have to do better and be more disciplined in myself and work harder.
Okay, well said. All right, so that was what he said after the game. Tua then had another press conference and later apologized.
As a leader of this team, of the Miami Dolphins, the comments that had been said, I would say I've made a mistake, and I'm owning up to that right now. I've talked to guys on the team about it, talked to the leaders about it, and that they know my heart. They know that the intent was right, but no matter the intent, the intent can be right, but when things get misconstrued or however the media wants to portray it, that leaves a void of silence and a lot of questions for the guys on our team. Now, being 1-5, we talk a lot about, all right, we got to get this going. We got to get this going. Come in excited to go to work. Forget about the noise. And I feel like I just added on to that for our guys. For myself, I got to look at myself as the leader, protecting the team. I don't feel like I did that to the best of my abilities. I felt like I let the emotions of the game get to me after the game. And, that's something that I can learn from as a leader on this team. And what happens in-house should be protected. And none of that should have gotten out. And so want to publicly apologize about that, want to move forward, and now want to focus on the Cleveland Browns.
Indeed, move on to the Browns. So, Coach Tony, your thoughts on that?
Man, I was with him until he apologized.
So, so that's it, Tony.
I was with him until he apologized.
All right, that's cool.
That shows
Mason.
that shows weakness. That don't show that don't show that you're trying to do the right thing. That shows weakness. You don't retract what you say as a leader. You say what you say and you stand by what you say, whether it's positive or negative. You stay by what you say, and you got to deal with the consequences.
Okay. Yeah. So,
You're the leader. You're the leader of the team. Now, it'd be different if he came on there and saying some crazy stuff, you know, calling people out by name, calling them out their name, dissing the organization. That's something that you apologize for. But calling your teammates out for being late to meetings, calling them out by not giving their best on the field, you should never apologize for that. That's what you as a leader supposed to do. So to me, that shows weakness. I would never see Mike Tomlin call out his players and come back and apologize for it. Never seen Bill Belichick do it. Never seen Tom Brady do it, and he won 7 Super Bowls. Never see Peyton Manning do that. Never seen Brett Favre do that. Never, so that just shows weakness.
Okay. I see where you're. I see where your point is because I remember they said this on First Take, and they said that Tua would not be doing this if his head coach was like a Mike Tomlin or a more stricter coach instead of Mike McDaniel. So I, I understand where you're coming from, Tony. All right, understandable. All right, Mason, what are your thoughts on the apology video by Tua?
I think it's good that he respected his teammates, but like I said, you still have to have discipline and put in the work, and you still have to come to the meeting to show chemistry and show just show support to teammates.
See,
Okay,
Mason's built for the media. You can tell.
PR train.
Yeah, he's PR trained already.
All right, all right. For sure. The Dolphins, they got the Browns coming up this Sunday. Hopefully, the Dolphins can get a win because they need one. They need one for sure, and they need one fast because this ship is sinking in Miami. It is not going so well for the Dolphins. They need to win this weekend. All right, so let's get into some college football now. So we're gonna talk about this first game.
Well,
LSU.
well, I can say this: the Dolphins got one thing going for them. They're not dead last in the defense, and they don't have a stacked offense in 1-5 like the Baltimore Ravens. They're in the worse shape than the Dolphins.
Hmm. Yeah, the Ravens, they're not doing so well either. Surprisingly, the Ravens had high expectations, but now, they're at, I believe, 1-5 as well. So, yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens on Sunday.
What that say? Anchors what?
Our anchors. Arch.
I don't know what that say.
I don't
I know.
know, but
I mean, I like the graphic. The graphic is dope.
yeah, so LSU, number 10 in the country, they gotta go on the road to take on number 17 Vanderbilt. As you can see, the anchor stands for Vanderbilt, and yeah, LSU gotta go on the road at noon on ABC. The top 10 in the country. Both teams are 5-1. Both teams can pick up crucial wins for their resumes for the college football playoff. So, Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on LSU versus Vanderbilt?
I'm gonna say that this Vanderbilt disrespect that y'all was giving them on Tuesday night. Uh, so this is gonna be a big statement game for Vanderbilt to hush their doubters because they are a very good football team and they have a chance to prove it against LSU. Um,
Yeah,
they have a chance to prove it against LSU. They're at home, and I want them to get the dub, so everybody could give them the respect that they deserve. They're one of the most disrespected 5-1 football teams in college football.
yeah, you can say that because Vanderbilt doesn't have the brand, the large brand for people to respect them. But they're 5-1. They're at home against LSU, top 10 team in the country. If they can beat LSU, it will be by far their biggest win of the season. That'll be their first ranked win of the season, and it would be against a top 10 opponent. So if Vanderbilt can win this game, that would probably immediately put them in the
Uh,
discussion for a playoff. Like
yeah, they have to get a quality win to get in the playoff.
they do, and they need
Uh,
multiple because they're in the SEC, so they need multiple
well, start with LSU.
for sure. So Mason, what are your thoughts on LSU and Vanderbilt?
I think it sounds like a very exciting game, and I think it's gonna be a very a very I think it's gonna be a very important game to see who's gonna be on top, and we're gonna see who's gonna get the win.
Yes, we
What-
will.
What's your pick?
We get game picks. Okay,
Yeah, we
Uh,
got to do our picks before we go to the next game.
okay, I like that.
I got LSU.
LSU. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, my pick,
No, Santa Claus's pick. No, I'm just
LSU.
kidding.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
Oh,
LSU
so I'm the lone. So I'll be the lone wolf. You know,
anchors down, anchor down.
going for the upset. Going for the upset. Going for upset with Vanderbilt.
All right,
It's
we'll
all right.
see at noon on ABC. Starting out the SEC slate on ABC. All right, so another underrated game going on Fox. UW. How about UW? They're probably the most disrespected 5-1 team, Tony. Washington, they're probably the most disrespected 5-1 team because Washington right now they're 5-1. They're looking really good. Only loss was to Ohio State. So they'll take on Michigan, a team who had a had a tough loss
Fight
uh,
on.
last week. Yep, there you go.
Fight on.
USC, they lost to USC. So, Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on Washington and Michigan?
It's kind of hard when you got an 18-year-old quarterback who's just is growing up in front of our eyes. I hope he's. I'm pretty sure he's staying in the film room. He has a great coaching staff over there in Big Blue. So I hope they're teaching him. But it's hard when you're with an 18-year-old quarterback. You got to go with the highs and lows. Last game, we seen the good for Mr. Underwood. The two touchdowns he had, he marched right down the field in 5 plays or less on both touchdown passes. Then we seen the errant throws, not reading coverages correctly, which is understood with an 18-year-old. Um, and like you said, Washington. If your only loss is to the number one team in the nation, and your defense held them to
24 points.
under 30 points, it was defense did their job. It's just the offense couldn't generate any points when they played Ohio State. So your defense held the number one team in the nation to under 30 points. I've been saying all season, and be getting a lot of flack for it. Washington's a very good football team, and they're going to shock. They're going to surprise a lot of people before this season's out. I mean, I know it's not the same roster, but same coaching staff. They were in the college football playoff when they were the top four when there was only four.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
so don't sleep on the Huskies now.
Yeah.
Don't, that Seattle, the football up there in Seattle is different.
Yeah, definitely the sports scene because and involved baseball as well. The Mariners of Seattle, definitely, Seattle's jumping right now. Yeah, so Washington, they're 5-1. Their biggest win is against Maryland on the road. They were down 20-0 in that game and came all the way back to win that game. And if Washington could win this game against Michigan at the Big House, definitely Washington could be ranked in my books. I think, in my opinion, Washington could be ranked in my books. Mason, what are your thoughts on Washington
I
and
think they're
Michigan?
one of the. I think they're not. I think they're is them and there's a couple other that are in a power conference that is 5-1 and not ranked, and I think that's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, if UW can get this win tomorrow, then they're definitely ranked. They're definitely ranked. They're probably around 25, 24, somewhere there. Mason, what are your thoughts on UW and Michigan?
I think it's going to be another exciting game. And I think the Washington Huskies going to win because I think they have a lot of chemistry. And like you said, they were down by 20. They're down by 20, and then they came back. Shows they have a lot of heart and chemistry.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, Mace. So I'm assuming you already gave your pick. You're going for UW. Man, it's gonna be a tough one, man, because Washington has to go to Michigan for a noon game, and for them it's gonna be like what, like 8 a.m. pretty much, or 9.
9,
I don't know, like 9 Washington time. So
but they're gonna have to tough through it. Oregon did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
USC did it twice. They're 1-1. USC did it twice.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to do it. They're gonna have to win these games. Like if you want to make the college football playoff, you got to show the committee that you can win these tough games. You got
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Definitely. UW's got to win this one, in my opinion. I'm gonna go for UW. I'm gonna go for UW. I'm gonna go for
Also, it's
the,
it's a clean sweep on the Huskies.
which is usually not good if it's a clean sweep, because usually the
It's a
other team
clean
wins.
sweep.
On college game day where they do all the picks and they go for a clean sweep, usually the other team wins. Coach Tony, I'm assuming you're going for your UW, right?
Yeah, I think Washington's gonna win. It's gonna. I don't think it's not gonna be a blowout,
Oh no.
but I think Underwood's gonna make some mistakes, and Washington's gonna capitalize on them. Because if their defense is legit, like they have a fast defense like USC, and USC gave Underwood a lot of problems.
They did.
So Washington's defense is similar to USC's. They're fast, quick. They got linebackers that can go side to side. Uh, so and they can get after the quarterback. So
For sure. UW, Michigan at noon, live on Big News Saturday on Fox, live from the Big House. All right, another game that's going on. Upset alert here. Upset alert. Georgia Tech, number 12 team in the country, has to go on the road and take on Duke, a 4-2 team who is dangerous at 4-2 in the ACC. They're looking very good, both teams. Darian Mensah he's a transfer for Duke, and then Haynes King, he's been doing really well for Georgia Tech. Duke is currently on a 3-game winning streak right now, against 3 conference opponents, so they're looking good in the ACC for Duke. Coach Tony, your thoughts on Duke and Georgia Tech?
yeah, Duke's been looking good these last few weeks. Um, I don't know. I don't. Georgia, Georgia Tech's one of them under radar sleeper teams that record may be better than what they are. But right now, if the college football playoff started right now, they'll be in it because they're number 12. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but it's at Duke. Still not one of those. It's not an intimidating stadium. At Duke, it's a basketball school, so their stadium is not that intimidating. I think Georgia Tech will end their winning streak.
Georgia Tech. All right, Mason, what are your thoughts on Georgia Tech and Duke?
um, I'm gonna go with Duke just because I think they're a good. I think they have a good football team, and I think they'll do good. It might be a very close game, and I think Duke is gonna take it home.
Definitely, for sure. Duke actually hosted a ranked opponent this year and lost to Illinois, 45-19. So, can Duke learn from their mistakes earlier in the year against Illinois? We will find out at noon. Georgia Tech and Duke. I'm gonna go for. Let's see here. I'm gonna go for Duke. I'm gonna go for the upset. I'm gonna go with Mace on this one. I'm gonna go Duke. I'm gonna go for the upset. Georgia Tech gets their first loss of the season. They're gonna get their first loss of the season. They're 6-0, undefeated. Duke will get the win in my books. Georgia Tech, Duke, live from Duke at noon on ESPN. All right, so let's get to this 3:30 game. The Dogs of Georgia, the top 10 Dogs, taking on number 5 Ole Miss. Live in between the hedges over there in Athens. Top 10 SEC matchup, college game day in sight for this top 10 matchup on ABC. Undefeated Ole Miss goes on the road to take on one-loss Georgia. Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on this game? Georgia, Ole Miss.
One of these teams gonna get exposed.
For sure.
Either gonna be Ole Miss or it's either gonna be Georgia. Not too many people think these teams are any good anyway. If you listen to the top to the talk, and Florida State fans is rooting for Ole Miss. So I don't know who to pick on this one. I don't know who to pick on this one. I just know that one team is. I'm neutral on this game. I don't know which one to pick. But all I can say is this is going to be the exposed game. One of them is going to be exposed. If Ole Miss is for real, they have to win this game. I feel like they have all the pressure. If Georgia loses this game, it's not going to be. I mean, it's still going to be bad for them, but not as bad as if Ole Miss loses this game, because then everybody like, oh, see, like we said, Ole Miss, they ain't nothing. They ain't played nobody. You know, you know what the fanatics say.
Yeah, yeah. So Ole Miss definitely has been a ranked opponent this year. They beat LSU actually. So, they beat them 24-19 earlier in the year, and then they they won close against Washington State. So they almost lost to Washington State last week. So yeah, so we were talking about this on our show on Tuesday nights. Georgia, Ole Miss, game of the weekend definitely, and
On our
I,
show,
no,
we weren't live Tuesday.
the format podcast.
Oh, the format pie. Oh, so you claiming the format pie? See,
No, I'm not claiming them,
I let
but
you. I let you go. I let you go on Bruce's show, and then you like, oh, it's our show. Oh,
the transfer key transfer. All
so
right,
so Mason, Carlos is entering the transfer portal on
yeah, I'm gonna go to
on you on YouTube shows.
I'm gonna go to
he's,
format
he's
podcast.
transferring to the format podcast.
Yeah, yeah, they pay me a lot of money to go there, a lot NIO. Yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, we don't have any NIL money over here.
That's how the world is in college sports, Mason. So Mason, what are your thoughts of Georgia or Ole Miss?
Um, I don't know. I'm thinking Ole Miss because some teams they be showing up, thinking that they're all that, and I think that I'm just thinking Ole Miss is gonna win.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna go for the Dogs. I'm gonna go Georgia at home. That's a tough team to play at home. Georgia,
You know
Eh,
what? And since you are a Florida State fan and you're going for the Georgia, you get one. You just blew up the show
why do I need to root for Ole Miss if I'm a Florida State fan?
because you guys don't like Georgia.
Yeah, yeah, and I know what happened 2 years ago, but we didn't have nobody. We had no starters, and Georgia freaking had all their players. And I know we lost by 60 2 years ago, but yeah, I know it's unfortunate, but we're over it. We're over it, and I'm a college football fan, Tony. I'm not only a Florida State fan. I'm also a college football fan, so definitely one of those new tunes that we got.
He doesn't like it when I troll him, Mason.
Georgia gets the win over Ole Miss. They're gonna well, I don't classify as
I
the
got one.
upset.
I got one more. Because of your pick. This is what they're doing in Tallahassee right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, by the way, we're playing. Yeah, so I got Georgia. Mason got Ole Miss. Coach Tony, what do you? Who? Oh no, wait. You said toss up, right?
I was neutral on this one because
Okay.
it's going to be a very tough game. Uh, I want Ole Miss to stay undefeated, um, but Georgia's been slipping. But they're not as bad as everybody say they are. It's just they lost a lot to the NFL and really didn't replace it adequately. So they're doing really good by who they lost to the NFL the last couple years.
Yeah, so we'll
So,
see what happens. Top 10 showdown. Probably the game of the weekend on paper. Georgia, Ole Miss. 3:30 p.m. live on ABC.
All right, let's breeze through these last couple ones because we already hit the 45-minute mark.
Yikes! That's
And
not good. All right, so let's breeze through this one. Mizzou and Auburn. First road game for the Tigers. First road game for Mizzou, number 16 team in the country. They're 5-1. Only loss was to Alabama. That was their only one loss. So, Coach Tony, your thoughts on Mizzou and Auburn?
Auburn,
Okay.
Auburn's tough. Auburn's one of those teams. It doesn't matter what their record is. Once you get into SEC play, it's going. You're in for a fight.
Yes, indeed.
They're,
And
they've always been that way. They could be 0-9, but you're not going to put a whooping on them.
indeed, playing at Jordan here, over at Auburn, that is a tough place to play. And in that fourth quarter, you know what song they play in the fourth quarter, Coach Tony?
They play the Maverick is the goat.
No,
They play Maverick is the best.
no. And
They play bow down to the Maverick.
I don't know if that's a song. I don't know if even three of them are a song. Do you know?
Yeah, I just told you, Maverick's the goat.
That's not it. Um, Mason, you want to take a guess?
This is the Michael Myers theme song.
No. Give up?
They say they play all hail to the Maverick.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Do you give up, Mason? Coach Tony?
Yeah, yeah.
They play the Swag Surf. The Swag Surf. Auburn. They're really known for playing that song. The
Yeah,
Swag.
that's Maverick the goat.
No, that's not it.
That's Maverick the goat right there. That's the song.
Swag Surf.
Yeah, that's Maverick the goat.
And when that song comes on, that stadium is jumping when that song comes on. So definitely, it's gonna be a great atmosphere over there in Jordan here. I'm gonna go for Auburn actually. I'm gonna go for Auburn, another upset. Mason, do you agree with Auburn or are you gonna go with Mizzou?
I got Auburn. I got Auburn.
Okay, we got a clean sweep.
Yeah, this is the tough for your first road game. This is the worst opponent for you to play on your first road game
Definitely.
of the season because Auburn, like I said, yeah, it's um they tough. Ask Alabama how tough Auburn is.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be asking Nick Saban.
Yeah,
Nick Saban himself.
I think that's one of the only unranked teams that beat him.
Yeah, yeah.
Auburn, and they still talk about that 100-yard
Kick six.
miss field goal return for a touchdown still to this day, and they needed that to beat them. So
Yeah,
you can, and that was Nick Saban's. That was when he was on a roll.
yeah.
That's when
they were
Bama
great.
was beating everybody, and that's how tough Auburn is.
Most definitely. Mizzou, Auburn, 7:45, live on the SEC
I
network.
thought you was about to say 7:45 in the morning. I'm about to say ain't nobody watching that game.
I don't think nobody would stay. Well, probably college kids. 7:45 p.m.
I
live
thought
on.
you was about to say 7:45 in the morning. I was like, hey, nobody's watching that.
Hey, who knows? The college students, they might be up for a 7:45 game. I don't know. All right. So speaking about the SEC, let's talk about Bama. Bama and Tennessee. Alabama, number 6 team in the country. They're on a roll. They're on a roll. They're chanting "Roll Tide" all across Tuscaloosa. We even had B More Bruce on the Format podcast on Tuesday nights, saying "Roll Tide, Roll Tide." They're taking on Tennessee, the number 11 team in the country, who can be dangerous. So they call this the third Saturday in October, because it always happens on the third Saturday in October. Coach Tony, your thoughts? Tennessee and Alabama.
It's um, it's gonna live up to the rivalry, but I don't the way I think Bama's road winning streak is going to continue. In this game, barring something bad happening. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to jinx nobody. But I mean, Tennessee's been tough, but I think this, I think this is going to be one of the first times they got tested this year so far. So
Yeah, definitely some
I got
great.
Bama. It's
Yeah,
a
Bama.
rivalry game. Yeah, I think Bama's going to win this one.
Yeah, definitely some great memories during this rivalry. In 2022, when Tennessee they knocked off Bama by a whatever that was field goal. The ball was wobbling in the air, and I literally barely crossed the goalpost, and Tennessee ended up winning the game, and put Tennessee on the map. Definitely that win against Alabama. So Mason, your thoughts on Tennessee, Alabama?
I think Tennessee might have a chance to win Alabama because I'm thinking they have a lot of heart, and I think they'll win.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go roll tide, Bama. So, all right, Tennessee, Alabama, 7:30 live on ABC. A very packed slate on ABC. So, yeah. So if you guys want to watch some college football, stay on ABC from noon all the way till 7:30. You got a slate right there on ABC. All right. So let's now talk about this game, Tony. Notre Dame and USC. Top 20 matchup live from South Bend. USC coming off a big win over Michigan. They're 5-1. Really impressive. Only loss was to Illinois on the road. Notre Dame 4-2, the number 13 team in the country. Only two losses was to Miami and Texas A&M. So, Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on this rivalry that your favorite team is in?
This is Notre Dame's national championship right here. That's
I
how they got to play it.
I agree.
Because if you look at the remaining, if you look at the rest of their schedule, um, it's not
It doesn't
competitive.
look pleasing.
No, they don't. They don't have. They have a favorable schedule the rest of the way. This is the only um, ranked opponent they have, so that's why this game means so much to Notre Dame. Uh, really doesn't mean that much to us, even though it's a rivalry game. We still got our crosstown rivals UCLA coming up. We still we still have some Big Ten matchups coming up, so we still have some tough games if we don't pull this one out. You know that'll hopefully get us in, but this is Notre Dame has to go all in at home. You know, no three-loss team is going to make the playoff, and it's even worse for them because they're not in a conference.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they so they so Notre Dame has to throw everything out there. But Mr. Mahavia has shown that he can pick apart that Notre Dame defense, and that Notre Dame defense was better last year than they are this year. So, but that Notre Dame, our defense is going to be tested because Notre Dame's offense is high flying. They quick. They can if you blink, they're up three. They got three touchdowns on the board if you relax. So it's going to be a chess match. So
Yeah, definitely. I definitely would agree with you, Coach Tony, that this is their national championship because Notre Dame does not play another ranked opponent. So if they don't win this one, that puts them at 4-3, and that does not give them a very good chance to make the playoff. And plus, they're not even in a conference, so that means they don't play in a conference championship. So they're definitely gonna have to win this game in order for them to have a chance to make the playoff. And by the way, Mason, I, I'm gonna give you a fact before you pick this game, all right? So did you know, Mason, that USC has scored 30 plus points in every game this season?
No, I didn't know that.
30 plus. So their offense is legit. So even in their loss to Illinois, they still scored 30 plus. Mason, what are your thoughts on USC Notre Dame?
I think they're gonna have to put their all in it. They have to work even harder, push themselves to get that win.
All right, all right. So who you going for, Mason? USC or Notre Dame?
I'm gonna go for USC.
Okay.
I knew I liked you. I knew I liked you for a reason, Maverick.
um,
Carlos gonna pick Notre Dame. Watch.
hey man, is there Super Bowl? Is there national championship game? They're at home. I know USC, they're a bit on a roll right now. I'm sorry, Coach Tony. I gotta go for Notre Dame.
Had to mute your mic on that one.
I gotta go for the Irish.
You go on. You go on Bruce's. You're not going on Bruce's show no more. You go on Bruce's show now. You're rooting for his Notre Dame.
No, but there's a reason why. This is their Super Bowl. This is their national championship game. They're gonna take every risk possible in this rivalry game. They're gonna try and beat USC. Especially knowing that they don't have another game to prove themselves. I think Notre Dame. They're gonna, backs against the wall mentality for Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame gets it. So we'll find out. 7:30 p.m. I can't believe that's at the same time as the Alabama Tennessee game. I can't believe it. Yeah, yeah. We actually talked about this on the Format podcast. That that these games between USC, Notre Dame, and Alabama, Tennessee, that they're at the same time, which is not good at all. Yeah, because we can't watch one game. So if you got multi-view, you gotta put this game on the multi-view. USC, number 20 team in the country, taking on number 13 Notre Dame on NBC. You guys can check that out. All right, and then
All
I have
right.
to, I have to mention
We
this
gon-
one real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna have to mention it real quick, Carlos. We pushing
Real
an
quick,
hour.
guys. I got you real quick. Florida State, I got to hit the snooze button. I can't be sleeping. My Knowles play at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They got to go to Stanford for this one. My 3-3 Knowles got to go to Stanford. I'll definitely be staying up watching this one. But definitely I got to hit the snooze button.
You better
Snooze
watch
button.
your. You better watch your squad.
Yeah, definitely got to hit all the snooze buttons, all the energy drinks, to stay up all night to watch this one. So, real quick, quick taste, Coach Tony, Florida State and Stanford.
You asked me a question.
Yeah, yeah, your quick take.
Uh, Florida State can. I'll make it quick because we got to get into Mason stuff, and he got a lot of he has a lot of content here,
Yeah. So make it a
which
quick
is gonna
take.
take an hour by itself.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Um, you we'll talk after the show, Carlos. Florida State can't afford any blunders, no any rest of the way. I think this year the way they started compared to where they're at now, two different teams. They need to get back to how they were when the season started. So,
All right,
so
Mason. Real.
yeah, they got to get back to where they were. I think this year is going to be a bowl game. You know, get 3 wins, get a bowl, get a top bowl. I don't know if they're gonna. They still have some quality games left. I think so. I think they still have Florida.
Florida, Clemson.
So, but I think a bowl game is going to be a top bowl game for them this year.
I got you. All right, Mason. So quick take here on Florida State, Stanford.
I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for Florida State, Stanford.
Okay, Florida State.
Yeah.
So obviously I know where I'm going with. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on ESPN. So definitely hitting all the snooze buttons for this one. Coach Tony, take it away.
All right, y'all. That was some quick highlights of the college football for this weekend. Uh, but this ain't a college football show. This is a Mason the Maverick show. Welcome back to the welcome back to the pod, Mason. We thank you for spending time with us again with your busy schedule. Shout out to Big T. I know he's in the background. I'm grinning from ear to ear on our takes. So, but let's let everybody know what you're going, where you at. First, before we get into it, like we said, like I said at the beginning of the show, for our top for our 100th episode, we are going to show the top overlays and top videos. So, what we're gonna have you do, Mason, you're gonna vote 1 through 5 on these four overlays real quick. Five meaning that it's goaded, that it's so dope that you would put it on your wall in your room. One meaning that we should light a match to it and burn it. All right, so this is the first one. This edit was sent in by Mr. Lamborghini Landon, who will be on the show next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday. He's another quarterback we're gonna bring in. Boy's really tall for his age and very shifty for his size. I will see that, but he gets a. We're gonna find out. Y'all gonna see why his nickname is Lambo.
Tony, your thing paused.
So, what are your what are you guys' thoughts on this overlay right here?
Very nice. The orange. Orange everywhere. And I like how he's matching with the orange. And yeah, it's a pretty nice nickname, Lamborghini Landon.
Okay, what would you guys? What about you, Maverick? What are your thoughts on this overlay?
I think it looks nice. If the jersey fits with the color, and I think the name fits with him.
So, what do y'all rank it 1 out of 5? What do y'all rank this one?
5.
I'll give it a 4.
4. All right. And this one is from my man Cam. Uh, Not just because he made his middle school team as a fifth grader, which I think is a big achievement as by itself, but the design that they made on this one, um, I like the I like the mascot with the court background in the picture, and having him spin the ball on his finger and pointing at you, letting y'all know who he is. And of course, what all these kids like to do, the mismatch shoot. So yeah, this is gonna make it on the top one on the 100th episode because of the uniqueness. So I know Carlos, you gave your thoughts on this one already. Mason, what are your thoughts on this one by my man Cam? Another Florida athlete, by the way.
I think it looks nice. The ball spinning on his hand. It looks very nice, and looks like a really good player.
All right, you're gonna meet him one day.
Yeah.
All right, what do you rank it? 1 out of 5.
I'll put it as a 4 again.
That's a
Looks
four.
nice.
All right, what about you, Carlos?
4.
4. All right, and this is Carlos's boy right here, Mr. Tate Medina, who was just on the podcast recently. This is here for, of course, well, what doesn't need to be what what is understood doesn't need to be explained. So Mason, what are your thoughts on this one, and what do you rank it 1 out of 5?
I think it looks. I think it looks extremely nice. The jersey fits with the background picture. The jersey's nice, and I'm gonna give it a 5.
Mm. And he's a Texas boy, so that's why he's doing that. Carlos, I know this is your boy.
Cinco, 5.
I knew you was gonna go 5. All right. Last but not least, this is one that I created. This is a still from his video, from a video he sent me. Um, the video was cold. It took me 45 minutes to get this picture like this. Just to give y'all thoughts on this. This is Remy Payne, a football player slash actor that we had on here. So, what are your thoughts on this one, Mace?
I'm gonna give it a 4. Looks nice.
All right. What
Okay.
about you, Carlos?
Looks nice. Plays for Just Grind. Yeah. And I do like the background with the fog or smoke
Uh,
machine.
what do you give it? Rank it
I'll give it a 4.
1 out of 4. Okay, so the only 5 is this one. All right, shout out to Tank. All right, so you already know how the show and tell works. So let's get into what you've been up to lately, my
So
man, mate.
this was at my cross country meet. This one I think I got top. I got 6th place on this one.
Yeah, out of how many runners?
I think it was like 80. I think 70 or 80 runners over there.
So yeah, that's very, very, very impressive. And speaking of the same event, that's your cross country team, right?
Yeah.
All right, so give a shout out to some of these faces of very, very, very impressive.
Um. Shout out to my boy Camden and my boy Tyler. It's my best friends and my boy Tyshawn.
Shout out to them. And we have another one from that same event. So what's going on here?
This is right before the race starts. My coach telling us where to go and where to finish and getting us ready and giving us some motivational quotes and telling us
Cool.
to pace ourselves.
Motivational quotes are big, aren't they?
Yeah.
So our quotes did good to you because you got number 6. And was this after or before?
This was another picture that was before the race.
All right, getting ready. Look at that, Carlos. You think you can run cross country?
um, haven't tried it, but definitely you gotta stay in shape. You gotta definitely stay in shape for cross country. Definitely. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You think you should try it, Mason?
Yeah, I think it would be good for him. Get a little exercise in.
Yeah,
A
get you some
little
exercise.
exercise. Little exercise.
Man, you on the next level. Go to finish a cross country race. And
This was
I see you again
this was
after
after
the
the
race.
race. Yeah, I was exhausted.
Look at him. He's like he didn't even want to take the picture. Nah, I'm just messing with you. And speaking of the race stats, there's the stats right there on the race. Highlighted right there is Mason's final stat line. Carlos, can you see it?
Yes.
So that's him. Sixth place, and doing his thing for his team. And sixth place out of the whole race, but it looks like he was first out of his team
Mm, okay.
from his team.
Damn, man. No Tequesta on here? Man. No Tequesta Middle School on here? Tequesta Trace? Yikes. I went to Tequesta, by the way, Mason. Tequesta Trace Middle School. So,
What was on Mason?
hmm?
That was Carlos's middle school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, for them not being on there, yeah.
You don't even have a cross country team, Carlos.
Yes.
He
Uh,
said yours.
well, at the time when I was there, I don't know if they have one now because I don't know.
Maybe that's why. All right, let's get into your basketball. Um, that's your national team right there, Daily Grind.
Yep.
Um, as we you talked about them on episode 30, but you have some updates here on your squad. So I'll let you take it away and let us know what event you were here. Well, if you're in Florida, based on the background. I think we've all participated in his events. But give a shout out and let us know who these two dudes are with you, and why you don't have your slides on. I don't know.
Wait, that is my slide.
Yeah.
It's my code.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. So this is my shout out to my friend JP, and shout out to my friend Charleston.
And which event was this?
This was Marcus McGee.
Which one?
Marcus McGee.
Yeah, I know, but which one? Which Marcus McGee?
Yeah.
He has like
Um,
a he has like 30 tournaments a year.
it was this one. It was James Fest.
Yeah.
Okay.
The usual. The usual.
Oh, the usual around that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this is the one up in Coral Springs, or the one up in Central Florida.
This one was like in like the Miami part.
Midtown, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
so he did it at the.
This one was James Fest.
Yeah, I know. I think I know um, which venue it was.
The Overtown. Yeah, it's Overtown.
And that's Mason right there, looking tough as usual. After he done locked up your favorite player all weekend. Shout out to Mace. And that's the whole squad. So it looks like you guys got first place.
Yeah, we won the championship.
Oh yeah, and I know Carlos. You see a familiar face over there hiding behind
Yeah.
number 13.
Yeah. He goes by the name of Prince. Yeah, Prince. He was a guest on this show, former guest.
When I say when a tough as nails kid, I seen him firsthand. He pulled up on my gym one Saturday, put my boys through the ringer. When I say that when I say that dude is tough, tough is an understatement.
Mhm.
All right, so that's you right there holding that first place trophy. Did
Yep.
you guys get rings or anything?
Nah, they
Or
didn't. They just gave us some shirts.
oh, okay. So the coach get the cool trophy and everybody gets shirts.
Yeah.
McGee, you got to do better than that. But you guys won something cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
This was this not the frenzy one, was it?
No. Yeah. This one was the frenzy.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and talk about this one. You know, the Academy, we're gonna be doing Frenzy real soon. Hopefully, we can win a belt like that on our first go around. But let's cross our fingers.
Yeah. So this one we were in the frenzy league we were undefeated and we were just dominating the whole time and got the championship.
Say that word again.
Dominating the whole time.
Yeah. Say it again.
Dominating the whole time.
You heard that, Carlos?
Yes.
I had to have him repeat it third. Dominating. I want him to say it like that. We were dominating. He was dominating. Shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And speaking of the belt, there's another angle. Who are those two giants you got in the back? Dudes look like they're about 18 feet tall.
Yeah, that's my boy, Makai and Elijah.
Are they dunking yet? You throw them any lobs?
Nah, not yet.
Shout out to you guys. And speaking of that, how much did that thing weigh?
Surprisingly, it didn't weigh that much. It
Mm.
wasn't that heavy.
And usually those things be heavy.
Yeah.
Look, you can curl that thing about 1,000 times. You think you can throw that thing over your shoulder? That thing's big as your chest.
Yeah, 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 I could do that.
So I'm guessing Coach got to keep this thing. He probably nailed. I hope he nailed it on his wall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to keep it too.
That's a monster. What do you think, thoughts, Carlos? You think you'll win one of these one day?
Not one day, because I'm in 12th grade now. but but yeah, when I was playing in the frenzy, we didn't have like that type of belt. Uh, they would give us a big trophy, like a large trophy, not a belt like that. So yeah, so pretty
Yeah,
unique.
I still have a picture of you and Christian holding that humongous trophy
Yeah,
when you guys won Frenzy.
and I still have the trophy here.
Yeah, and you guys had a special guest that tournament too. Um, you don't remember who it is, do you?
I probably not. Not on the top of my head, I probably don't.
All right, then let's move on. Here's some stills from this event. You know how it go, Mason. Tell us about a little bit about this game here, what event, and what was the outcome.
This there was this we were playing at the Coral Springs Gymnasium, and this is me driving to the rim, and I scored the bucket, and we won the game.
Oh yeah, oh my bad. So what was the name of this squad that y'all that y'all played against?
I can't really remember their names.
I'm trying to remember the name of the guest that Carlos had. Um, because he, he played for your coach, Coach Aaron, when he was coaching at Pines Charter. Um, Christian went head up with him when he was at Tequesta. I can't remember his name. Remember they had the same hairstyle, Carlos.
I think so.
Yeah, he looked up to Christian. Um, all right, you can tell a hooper when they on and off the court. So you can tell he got some dogs in this picture. Man got some dogs in this picture. So so tell us a little bit about this photo here. Was it after the tournament or just
Yeah,
after the game?
this photo was after the tournament.
All right. Which event were you guys at? And it looks like you guys won it too by the smile on coach face.
Yeah, this tournament was Alliance, I think.
Alliance. Okay.
Yeah. We were undefeated in this game. So we won the championship.
Okay. That's what's up. You see a trend right here, Carlos? They always undefeated.
Yeah, yeah, good for you guys, man. Keep it up.
And shout out to Baltimore Bruce. You can see that's another upgrade from the last time you were on here. Um, Maverick, you can see the comments in real time on the screen.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, we just talked about your dang on roll tide. I think I showed this one already.
Yeah, you did.
I must have had it up in here twice.
There we
And
go.
this is, well, I'll let you take this away.
Yeah, so this one was my cross country. This was I think my second cross country meet, and I got top 10, and I earned the medal.
Oh yeah.
I actually have the medal. I have the medal right here.
Mhm.
You know how it works.
Show it.
Yeah.
You know how it work, Mace. Bam.
Mm.
You know the kid's name won't come to me after we off the show. Watch, Carlos. Um, but yeah, show it again. Bam. Out of 1,700 kids, he got 8th place.
1,700.
That's what's up. All right. So, what are your thoughts, Carlos, on the picture portion of his show and tell? Um, so, what are your thoughts so far, Carlos?
Yeah, it's been very good. Yeah, a lot of photos that we didn't see last time. So yeah, and I can't wait to see the video portion now. So can't wait to see the
Oh,
video.
look, he's moving ahead.
Can't wait to see the video now.
All right. All right, before we show you videos, Mason, the same thing that we did with the photos, we're gonna do with the videos. We
Uh,
have five. We have actually 5 videos that's gonna make it to the top 100. Well, I keep saying top 100, the 100 episode. So same thing. You're gonna rate them 1 through 5. This one is from my man Kason. This clip here is from my man Kason, who was on episode 4. Yeah, I said it. 4. That was 72 episodes ago. All right, y'all ready? Carlos, you done seen this videos like 50 million times.
Hey,
But you gotta pay attention, Mace. It's really quick.
all right.
So, what are your thoughts on 11-year-old Kason hitting that head top to win the game right there?
I think that was very impressive, and it shows that he has a lot of heart, and he's a good he's a good what's the word? He's a
Soccer
good
player.
support to the teammate to his team.
Oh yeah, he's what Bruce like to say, the alpha and omega to his squad. I don't like saying that because there's only one alpha and omega in my life. But he's the man on his team. Like he's the leader. So shout out to my man Casey. But what do you rate it?
Already like a 4. So good.
On a 4? He says you're gonna be You see the comment? He said he gonna be 6'4", 6'5". Boy, we're gonna have to get you some true height vitamins if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Terrence, straight. I'm gonna get this. Tell Mason to go to sleep on time and hit those vitamins. Bruce said he gonna be 6'5". Did he hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
No, I said, did your dad hear me?
Oh, he's not here. He's in the bedroom.
Oh, dang, you just put him on blast on the podcast.
Put him on blast.
Let's put him on blast. All right, this next one is another game winner. This was his sophomore year in high school, which is last season. So here, let me just go ahead and show you. Shout out to Miss V, one of the most passionate moms out there. That was the condensed version. I should post a long version.
Yeah, the full sequence.
For the full sequence. It might be a little bit better, give some content on there. All right, so what are your thoughts on that one, and what do you rank it, Mason?
I think that was crazy. Not a lot of people get that type of chance to throw up those type of shots. And I think I'll rate it like a 5.
Oh, you hear that, Christian? You got a 5. That's actually Carlos's brother right there.
Yeah, that is.
I would ask Carlos what it rated, but I already know the answer. All right, this next one is for, well, you might know this guy. He's another Florida guy, CJ. You may have played against him. Oh, no, he had to play up if he played against you. He's a class of 2032. But here, I'll just let you see it. Oh, my bad. What are your thoughts on that one? Besides you saying you'll lock that up.
I think that was a very tough layup, and that was a good move. And and what I like most about it is that he went back on defense.
I mean, you see the first one that pointed that out. Like, he didn't celebrate after the bucket. He was just like, that's what he was supposed to do, and he just got back on defense. You're the first person that ever pointed that out. That's because he a defensive guy. Even Carlos didn't point that out. But you locking that up, right, Mason? He ain't doing that on you, right? You locking that up, right?
You're just stirring drama, Tony. You're stirring drama.
I ain't doing. Hey, we had a guest on there that said he clamped him for a whole tournament. So we just had our guest recently say that. So
Okay.
but what do you get ranked at? 1 out of 5.
I'll give it a 4.
4. Okay. You ready to see Mr. Jordan Stevens?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, good D, baby. Oh! Oh, let's go!
Shout out to these passionate moms out there. Now, Bruce is really glazing you right now in the comments. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
My bad. We love you, Bruce. Keep supporting the show. You see the last comment, Mason?
Yeah, I see it.
He a LeBron fan. He call you king and he giving you a compliment. He wants you to do this. He wants you. Yeah, that's what he wants you to do. All right. So, what are your thoughts on Jordan Stevens layup? And what do you rank?
I think that was a crazy layup. To do that in game two, that's crazy. You have to have a lot of confidence to do that and to make it too. So I'm already a 5.
All right. And this one, I think you've seen this one already. This last one by Key. I think we showed it on your episode, but let's refresh your memory. I think you've seen that one. I think you've seen that one before.
Yeah, I seen that.
All right. So what do you rank that 1 out of 5?
I'm gonna rank that a 5 again.
All right. Well, let's get into your clips. We have about 8 or 9. I think we got 8 or 9. I think 8. All right. So you know how this go works. We play the clip, and then you tell us about the event. You know what happened in the video and how it go. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's get it. Let's go, Carlos.
Call you, Mason. Yeah.
Well, not self-explanatory. You're making free throws, but give us a story behind what led you to getting those free throws.
My teammates passed me the ball, and I pump faked, drove in, and I got the foul.
All right, was that an and one?
Nah, I missed it.
All right, so that was pretty tough. And what event was that at?
Um, I think that was at. Then that was the same tournament, Marcus McGee.
The Marcus McGee one.
Yeah.
All right. Is you ready to get into the next one?
Yeah,
All right.
come on.
All right. Let's show everybody how tough you are. Buzzer beater.
There you go.
Man, tell your big to hit the weight room, man. You shouldn't be missing that. That should be lunch meat for him, man. What's wrong with him? Nah, it's not bashing your teammate segment. So tell us about that little the story behind that hitting that buzzer beater. You shot it all calm and everything, like you were just
Yeah.
like you was at Flamingo Park just shooting a regular warm up shot.
Yeah, I was ready. I was ready for that shot, and I knew it was gonna go in too, so I was ready.
Just like the motto. What's the motto again, Mason?
Be ready, stay ready.
Yeah, I think he was ready for that one.
There you
All
go.
right, let's get into the next one. Oh, didn't even play. I was, I was, I told you. Oh, y'all can't see me. Let me lift it up. He was doing straps. Oh,
Yeah.
we lost Carlos. Oh, we lost Carlos. So so everybody that's not familiar don't know that you're a top aggressive tough defender.
Yeah.
So you showed it in episode 30 at one of your highlights when you were going up at the I believe it was a
Yeah.
TV3 camp.
Yeah. T3 TV camp.
T3. I keep calling it TV3. Why? T3 TV camp when you were going up against the Jolly Boys and you was playing tough defense on them. I need to get that video in the top 5, so it'd be top 6. So
Yeah.
I gotta find that and put it on there. So So who was you locking up this time?
I was just playing defense. I was just trying to get that steal. I was trying to provide for my teammates and give them that extra boost. And yeah, just staying locked in.
I think you did that. I think you did that real well at the end and forced a turnover.
Yeah.
You know, I love defense. I'm a defensive guy. So is Carlos. So hold on. Uh oh. I can't give you the thing. We're running through some technical difficulties here on the show. All right. I was going to give you the air horn one more time. But what we're going to do, let's get into the next one. Okay. All right, what happened there?
Yeah, that was a bad turnover. I should have just first I should have just went right past him easily because he was a big man. So I just should have just went right past.
All right. See, you're the first guest that ever came on here and showed a clip that didn't go your way.
Yeah.
You're the first guest that did that. So, I mean, kudos to you, man, because you guys aren't perfect. You guys are still developing, but you're just you're at a top level in your class, though. So we don't get it twisted. So, yep, everybody makes mistakes, but you learn from them.
Yep.
All right, so let's get into the next one. That was a great team defense right there. Um,
Yeah.
that was a great job of guarding somebody that was that outweighed you by like 100 pounds.
Yeah. Just
So
playing
that was
hard defense.
yeah, tough defense and forced a turnover. So how did that make you feel, man? Forcing that turnover right there.
I think it was just a team effort. My team we were both on the same page. We're locked in. We were trying to get that steal, playing tough defense, and we were playing good.
Yep. And you guys locked in, all right. 1 second. I think Carlos. Oh. Yep. So shout out to you guys. All right, let's get into the next one. Hey man, you got to get those rebounds.
Yeah. Should have
But
boxed out.
that was another great defensive possession. That was another very good defensive possession. You almost forced a steal at the top.
Yeah.
You almost forced a steal at the top. So I like that. Well, the next one is your cross country. Your cross country clips. So
Come back.
hey, he's back.
There you go.
Carlos, you broke the show, man.
Ye-
The stage is frozen now. You broke the show.
No, he didn't.
Now we can barely hear you.
Test. Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can. Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
put Put the mic close to your mouth.
You gotta go for way close.
All right, give me 1 second, Mason. I gotta fix the studio real quick.
All right, y'all. Here, the craziness of going live, Mason. The craziness of going live. I don't know why
Yeah.
that clip just. All right, so Mason, so catch me up. Why that? Oh wait, Coach Tony, come back.
All right, I have to fix the studio real quick. It froze up.
Froze up. What do you mean?
It was frozen. That's what it means.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't moving.
Ooh.
It was stuck on his videos. I was able to play it, but I had to fix it. But all right, let's get back to let's show you cross country. Oh, I don't need to do that because it's gonna cover the screen.
Let's go, Mason! Let's go! Keep pushing! Go, Mason! Let's go, Mason! Good job! Keep going! Go, Mason! Faster, Lucas! Come on, Lucas! Good job! Yay!
Way to finish, man. He didn't quit, my boy. I know them legs was tired of moving.
Yeah, I was exhausted.
Man, so give us tell the audience, man, that what you had to do to prepare for that cross country race and catch them up to speed for those that don't know anything about cross country running. Like it's different from track and field.
Yeah, so you have to have a lot of stamina. You have to push yourself, and you have to. It's like it gets mental because in your head you might think you're getting tired. You might want to slow down, but you can't let that. You can't let that happen. You got to keep pushing and keep pushing until the finish line. And once you get to that last lap, you got to put your all out into it.
Yeah. And how many miles do you guys run?
We ran 2 miles.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Cause you think you can run 2 miles right now?
Right now, probably not right now, but like not right now, but hey, you definitely gotta stay in shape for cross country. So,
And doing that in that Florida humidity,
who is worse?
not it's not a picnic either.
Nope.
And we got one more video from the cross country. Let's get it.
Mason! Let's go, Mason!
In seventh place, we got Lucas Robles, Lions Creek Middle.
Yay! There you go.
In sixth place, we have Dylan.
So that's a video right there, Carlos, of this picture here that we showed earlier.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
the video to that picture right there.
Yeah.
So I know you. So how did it feel? So what was going through your head right there, that in there getting that medal? You only one from your. I don't know if you're the only one in your school from that race that won.
No, it was me and that and my friend Tyler on the left hand side.
That's what's up. So what was going through your head right there?
I was proud of myself. I pushed through and I never stopped and I kept going and it earned me a medal. So yeah, I was proud of myself.
And you got two
Yeah.
in cross country. That deserves. That is bigger than all of your basketball medals that you got combined, and that gets you one of these. Oops. So now we've reached the show that we all love to hate, because we can stream we can stream and talk to you all night, Mason. But you know, We reached the end of the show and tell, y'all. I know y'all hate this part. So this is the part where Carlos gives his final thoughts on the show and tell.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I wasn't there for most of it because of this little technical difficulties. But yeah, Mason. So keep on working. Do you plan on taking cross country seriously, or is cross country just like for fun?
I think I put it serious, just as serious as basketball.
Okay. All right. All right, man. So keep on chasing those dreams. Playing cross country basketball. Keep on going. All right.
All right.
I knew the answer to that question, but I was gonna let you walk into that one, Carlos. My man take everything he do serious.
Okay. Yeah. Just
That's,
asking.
that's why they call him the Maverick.
Yeah. Just asking.
All right. So all right. So Mason, this is part of the show where you give your final thoughts on your episode, just like Carlos did, and tell everybody what you got coming up.
So I have a tournament this weekend, and in a couple of weeks we're gonna be going on. We're gonna be going. We have this tournament on the radar, and it's gonna be in Orlando Tavares. And we also have this middle school only tournament. It's a very big tournament where all the middle schoolers play, and that's gonna be in somewhere in Orlando.
Okay, so you might see a lot of our guests on up there.
Yeah.
You might see a lot of our guests, and most of them in the state of Florida. All right, so Carlos keeps forgetting to put the banner back up here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I took it down for the Thursday night football thing. Yeah.
Yeah, people gotta know our information. All right, Mason. All right, go ahead and give your final your well, you already gave your final thoughts. So I give you shout outs and remind everybody where they how they can find you on social media.
So shout out to my dad, my mom, my brother, and my basketball teammates and my coaches. And you can find me on my Instagram page.
Okay, what is your Instagram, sir?
Mace the Maverick.
Mace the Maverick. All right.
Just tell them all. You can find me on my Instagram. And they're like, okay, okay, where to go? Just like a cajillion Instagram. Nah, I ain't gonna troll you. Alrighty. So normally normally we'll open up the lines for people to click the link and come in, but no one messaged you besides Bruce. And the last time Bruce called in, he shut the show down. Yeah, you remember the draft episode when he had everybody going
Yep.
Yeah.
when he had everybody going at him.
Yep.
He pissed off everybody. I think Deuce was the main one. It was like, bro, what are you talking? I was like, oh, we gotta put a pause on that one. But shout
Yeah.
out to Bruce, man. Very, very passionate man. Very, very, very passionate. All right, all right, Carlos,
Okay.
do the spiel.
All right. All right. Like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We just past 200. Keep on subscribing so that we can
247, Carlos.
247. Okay, thank you for telling me exacts. Yeah, so keep on subscribing so that we can reach 300. That's our next goal. Then with 400, then 500, so on and so forth. So like, share, subscribe. That is where we post these podcasts live on YouTube. Also, should be scrolling down at the ticker at Be Ready Sports Podcast on Instagram. That's where we post content. We're going to be active there tomorrow, probably tonight, because Miami's down right now, so if this keeps up,
Uh-oh.
we're definitely gonna be active tonight. If the result keeps up the way it is, we'll definitely
Uh-oh.
be active all night. Yeah, so like, share, subscribe, follow the YouTube, Instagram, because we might be active starting tonight if Miami loses tonight. And also throughout the day tomorrow, college football Saturday tomorrow. So obviously, we're gonna be full on that. And yeah, and then also don't forget about this. Donate to Zelle, not Cash App. Zelle at 954-664-8962. That's where you can donate to the show.
Yeah, y'all leave that cash app alone, man. I can do a whole I can do a whole show on that, man. Y'all gotta leave that especially if y'all business if you run a business, leave that cash app alone. All right. And so if you wanna rewatch Mason's original episode 30, the link is in the description of this video, plus his social media. His links in the description of this video. So is Carlos's, and so is mine.
Yeah.
And also, we also got to give respect to our past guests who got things going on. Um, Shout out to Pick Up Portal, who was just on here, episode 50, what was it, 51, 52.
Somewhere around there.
I know it was right after we interviewed Trip. So starting January 1st, they're going to open it up to all sports. Right now, it's just baseball. So basically, what it is for coaches, if you get 3 or 4 of your key guys tell you they're not going to make it to your big tournament this weekend, just go on Picker Portal, link up with a parent that's close in your area, and hey, you have players that you can pick up for your events. After the first of the year, it'll be open up to basketball and football. So, guys, check that out. And um, also, we got to support our guests that got things going on. This is for Mr. Speedy Theron West II. Log in to silentfear.online. Check out his clothing line and support him. Pick up a couple. And we also want to give a shout out to Kason Velez. We showed his highlight on here earlier. There's his YouTube channel. It's at CV7 Rocket. Go over there, subscribe to the channel. He shows us a lot of love on here. And he has a big tournament coming up, not this weekend, but the weekend after next. So give a shout out to my man Kason. And also, we want to subscribe to our past guest Remy Payne's YouTube channel. You can check him out doing some of his gaming. And like I said, he was also the first actor that we've had on here. Um, he's gonna kill me because I can't remember the name of his movie. That is bad. I don't like. We're not gonna cap, but we'll have the name of his movie tomorrow. So that's all we got for today. Um, Carlos,
Yes.
count us out.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, to be ready.
You got to stay ready.
Yep, and tune in tomorrow when we interview eighth grader Ashton Page tomorrow. You're gonna like that interview. Another tough point guard in the eighth grade going into high school. So check us out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we out, y'all.